Good morning or good evening YouTube, my name is Invu and this will be the beginner's guide of 2026 here. Now the game has changed a lot and I did look on YouTube to see if other people had maybe made other good beginner's guides, and there are good guides out there, no doubt about that, especially Polyphonia, but I thought it would be nice to make my own take on a beginner's guide here. And if this is the first time that you're watching my videos, welcome to the channel, and I appreciate that you tuned into my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video if you enjoy what I'm about to show you here on the video. Alright, so first of all here, the first question you want to ask yourself is, do I need to reroll or do I not need to reroll in this game here? This game is called InfiniteMagicraid. It's a great game. I'm gonna talk to you about both the bad stuff and the good stuff in the game in just a few minutes. So stay on and stay positive all the way through, okay? But here on the screen, it might not mean a lot to you if this is the first time you're seeing these heroes here. If you are a new player to the game, all of these heroes here on the screen might not make any sense. But I would say that these heroes that you're seeing on the screen are definitely worth to keep if you are like making a new account. If this is the first account you're doing and you get any of these heroes that you see on the screen here, feel free to take a screenshot of these here. I will also put the names of the heroes down in the comments down below so that you know which heroes to look out for. If you're pulling something and you don't know if it's good hero or bad hero, you can always check the list down below, okay? There used to be something where we always said that we would want to have a hero called Macking. Macking is a epic hero, so he's very easy to level up and stuff like that, but you don't need him anymore. You don't need this guy up here, Lance, either. You can go with any of these heroes here and your account will have a great start. See, the thing about InfiniteMagicraid is that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon game, okay? Meaning that no matter how good your reroll are, there is no like one carry hero that can just carry you through the whole game, okay? You need multiple heroes, you need different factions, different tags, all kinds of heroes in this game, okay? This is not one of those games where you go in, you try to reroll until you just get that one hero that can carry you through all dungeons, through endgame. That doesn't work like this in this game. And this is why this beginner's guide is very important for you to watch. And you might learn a thing or two, okay? But anyways, as you see here on the screen, if you get any of these heroes, very nice. Keep the account, just keep playing, no need to reroll. Now, every Friday, a new server is being created. And it's very advisable to always go for the latest server. And this is because if you're starting on an old server, you might be a few years behind actually in all the events, and people will have used a lot of money and resources to get good teams, okay? So the best thing is to start the game on a Friday or start before that. Try to learn the game and then reroll on a Friday with a new account, okay? This is very advisable. It's going to give you a lot of opportunities to maybe stay competitive and relevant in the first few weeks. So the first thing you want to do is scroll down to the bottom of the list here, and you're just gonna pick the latest server here. Now, as of this video, it is server 183. When you're starting the game, it might be server 190, 200, whatever. If you're seeing this in the future, just take the server that is the newest server. And after that, you will be thrown into the tutorial here. There will be a video, and then there'll be some tutorial stuff. I'm gonna walk you through it real fast, and then we're gonna talk about some more stuff. Okay, so after the video, which is very nice by the way, you're being thrown into the campaign here, or the tutorial, and you just have to follow what it says on the screen. This is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to use too much time talking about this, obviously. You just do what it says here. You can always skip the story if you've already seen it, or if you don't care. You just keep going with the tutorial and do that stuff until you get to the main screen, okay? So this is where you are being taught how the system is working here. We're gonna max this, we're gonna do this what they said here, and we're gonna do this here. Also, if you don't know, or if you haven't already figured it out, InfiniteMagicraid is a turn-based gacha game, which means that you can play it on auto here. See, I just unlocked the auto feature here, which is very nice in this game. That is one of the positive things in this game. We have a lot of auto stuff, we have a lot of skip stuff, we have a lot of raid buttons here. It's very efficient and convenient. And we can also quick equip here. Now you should only do this in the tutorial here. It's not really working inside the game, so I would not advise you to do this quick equipment thing here. Just always use your brain and then put on the best gear. The game is not that good at putting on the good gear with the quick equip button, so just use your own like intelligence and then do it yourself, okay? But as you can see here, we already unlocked speed 4 and auto battle. We don't even need to do anything right now. The game is just playing by itself, which is very nice for casual people like myself, or people who don't have a lot of time or don't really want to invest too much into manualing fights. This is a very nice game for you. Obviously, there's not really any like skill based in this here because it's just auto, but you can manual it if you really want to, and I can show you. I think maybe how that would work. So basically, you can just pick the skill set. You have the basic ability, you have a skill 2 here, a second ability, and you have a fourth ability, and then you also have a passive. Most of the heroes have some kind of passive ability, which is very nice in this game also. Now, for this one here, for example, you can hold down your finger if you're playing on mobile or if you're playing in the official PC client, because there is an official PC client for this game, which is very nice as well. You don't have to rely on BlueStacks or any of the other like emulators. You can just use the PC client, download it from the official website. I will leave a link to that down below as well, so that you can go in there and do that. But you can hold your finger down on this ability here to see what it does. This one, for example, is guaranteed to land a crit and also silence the enemies. And you can see here that you just go and do that. But just keep it on auto. It's not really like, well, it's not worth it to manual any of this here. So just put it on auto, because the game is actually pretty clever at auto. And that is one of the things that it does do pretty decent here in this game. Now, after being done with the combat tutorial, which takes like maybe 2 minutes at max, you are being thrown into the main city screen here with all the buildings and also unlocking the summoning feature. This is very nice and very fast. The first hero that you pull will always be either as Sana or Luz. There are 2 legendary heroes that you get, and you will always get those as your first legendary hero. So there's no point rerolling to try and get something different, because it's gonna be the same hero every time. Okay, this is also a new feature that they added recently, and both heroes aren't useful, they are not good, so it doesn't really matter too much about that. So just ignore it. Now you also seen here that you have unlocked some questing stuff here, and this is the beginner quest line. It's very nice. You need to do this. You need to follow this. If you are stuck in the game or if you don't know what to do, always come back to this campaign quest thing here and look at where you have gone. Okay, it will tell you what to do next, and just follow this line here because you want to get it all done. You can see by the line down here that we have a lot of rewards. We can come back later and look at that. Right now you can see that the game wants me to click on these buttons here, and that is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna click the buttons, we're gonna do what it tells us to do, and we're just gonna keep going. Okay, as your account levels up, you will be gaining some extra stamina. You will also raise your stamina cap so that you can have more and more stamina. This game is very generous about your stamina consumption, and there isn't really like a cap every day. You can continue playing as much as you want, especially in early game and in the beginning of the game. Stamina is not really an issue. You get a lot of stamina from just doing stuff and from events and quests and stuff like that. So you can play how much you like. That is very nice. I like that in this game here. You're not capped by stamina. It's not something like you can only do 10 per day or something like that. You can play as much as you want, and if you need more stamina for some reason, you can get it by some means. Now this is the screen where you can see where you've gotten to in campaign here, and you can also see that there is a star system. This is one of those games with a star system. You need to get 3 stars on each stage here as much as possible. Now you can see that the more stars you gain, obviously the more stars you collect, and you can get some rewards here. The rewards is actually pretty nice. You can already see down here without knowing anything about the game that these items here are very strong, right? 6-star legendary gear will be some of your best items at this point here when you get to this with these star ratings. You can also see there's a hero here called Cadrian. She has been outdated a bit, but she's very good in early game as well. Okay, so try and collect her and get as many copies of her as possible. We will come back to talk about the like exclusive copy system here in the game, how to make your hero stronger. I will also walk you through that in a minute. It's very like good. Okay, all right. So how do you get the stars? Well, it's pretty easy. The first star is clear the stage. The next one is clear the stage with no enemies, a hero killed, and then you need to clear it within 60 turns here. It's very easy in the beginning of the game, and you can also see up in the left corner here that we are at common to 6. There are a few difficulties. It's like common, hard, and hell, I think, and maybe nightmare or nightmare hell or something like that. And your aim is to get to hell 12-10. That is the aim. After that, you've actually completed the entire campaign story, at least the original one. They have added more stages over the year, so you won't be done with campaign for a very long time, but your first aim should be Hell 12-10, and that will be referred to in many beginner guides that you're seeing. That is the aim, okay? And it's pretty tricky to get to it and pretty tricky to clear it. You might need 1 or 2, well, maybe a few days of playing the game here, and then you will have the gear and the stats to do that, okay? But as I said, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, this game here, so just enjoy it and take it slow. Okay, so after doing common 210, you can go back to the main screen here, and you have unlocked a lot of new features here. So first of all, as I said before, always click this feather thing down here and see what you've gotten to in the reward section. Now you can see the chapter rewards here. If you do all of these chapters here, there are 36 chapters in total. You will get all of these rewards here. Some pretty good rewards. Now this eye here, you can see the orange, like it's called a dragon eye, legend phantom dragon eye. It's a very rare resource, and you want to hold on to this and only put it onto some hero that is truly very good, okay? You don't just want to waste it because it has a value of like $50, okay? So it's very valuable. You don't get a lot of them in the game, so keep that in mind. Also, there is the campaign challenge here. You can do some stuff here. If you're very fast, you get all of these rewards here. What you want to do, and this is why people are re-rolling, right? Is because you want to do this here within 6 days and 11 hours. So from you starting your account, you have 6 days and 11 hours to clear up to 12-10 hell mode. You'll get this box here, and I'm not so sure I can click on the box. I cannot click the box, but in the box is some very good heroes that you can pick. Okay, you're here. We can see them here. So you can get Hania, which is this guy here, a little dragon eye, Chardoner, Hat, Imercado, and Jenny. From this box here, you want to pick this guy here with the turban. This guy here, he's the best one of the choices that you have in the box. So just trust me on this one here. Go for this guy here. He is a monster in early game. He will carry you. He does a lot of AoE damage, poison damage that ignores all defense, stuff like that. He is very good for early game, okay? And then there are some other achievements after that you can try to get if you can. It's very hard as a free-to-play to do this though. Just be mindful of that. You might need to spend a few money if you want to do that. You also have the beginner challenge set here, where you get a hero called Space. She's a turn meter booster, which is very good in a turn meter game. Means that she can boost your turn meter. She has this ability here, giving your entire team some turn meter up to 20% from beginning, and you just want to have her very fast. And then, as in any other turn-based gacha game, you just want her to be the fastest. Then you start before the enemy in PvP, and you have an advantage there. You can see here what you need to do. There is stuff like this here. You just need to do these as things that it tells you to here. So obtain some heroes, clear these stages here, do some auto drop, and then you get this item here, which is very strong beginner item as well. So just follow all of these here. There are lots of free stuff in the beginning of the game. Very nice, very easy to get. Also, you will be getting a lot of red dots down here with a lot of items and stuff like that. Just claim everything, collect everything. You will unlock a lot of achievement from the beginning of the battle game just by playing. And once you're ready, you should also go and type in some codes. I will leave the beginner codes down in the comments down below as well. And they will give you some like wishes and stuff like that. So what I will do now is put in the codes, and then we can see here that we have 13 of these here. We're going to try and get to 50. because you have a reduced rate of you don't need as many wishes in the beginning to get some legendary heroes. Okay, you just need 50 of these here, of the purple ones, to get one legendary hero, and then you need 10 of these. You can see here it says extra value guarantee for beginners. Normally it's a 150. In this case it's only 50, so it's very easy to get the first legendary hero. And this one will be a random hero, except if you're starting on a Friday where we have some specific banners and stuff like that, then those heroes will come from that pool. Now you can also see up here, once you've done 1000 of these summons here, and it might sound like a lot, but it comes pretty fast, to be honest. In this game it's very generous. You have this box here, there's also some heroes in that, and you can see again we have Imercado here. I would pick Imercado as my choice here as well, so you can get 2 copies of him, because, and we will have to talk about that very soon, I think, the exclusive system in this game here. How do you upgrade your heroes? Come back to that in just a minute. There's also this down here, Miracle Wish banner, and you can see here down the bottom you can switch it to the current banner that is running on the endgame servers as well, and then the beginner banner here. And these are limited heroes, meaning that you can only get them from this here, and you will only get the opportunity to get them like once per year. Otherwise you have to spend money for them, and they cannot be upgraded with the legendary eyes that I showed you earlier. So very rare heroes here, but very strong. They're some of the strongest heroes in the game. Now Apsara is a good choice here. You just pick a hero that you want to try and go for. Unfortunately in this game here there is no guaranteed, okay, no guarantee to get the hero. You have to summon 450 times to guarantee getting this hero. Okay, it's insane in this game here, but that is how this game is. I'm not gonna pack it in or kind of try and lie about things. Like, it's very pay to win to get these heroes here. Okay, 450 of these special shards here is very expensive, very hard to get, and yeah, especially for early game, you pretty much can't get them without spending money, I would say. So try and go for these banners here instead, and then just enjoy that if you are free to play. So to redeem some codes, all you have to do is click your avatar up here. You're gonna go to settings, and then you're gonna go to redeem code, and you can start typing in the codes. Now this code here is only available here for December month, so if you're watching this in the future, maybe you don't have that code, but there are other codes, right? So these are the codes, test 11111, and let's see. Alright, so all of these codes here, I'll just put them down in the link below so that you can just copy paste them and put them in. Okay, so after putting in all the codes, you need to click on your mailbox over here, the gift box here, and you can see all of the codes and all of the stuff that we clicked. Claim everything here and you get a lot of these shards here. Now when you've cleared common 1210, you will also get more shards and stuff like that, but we don't really care about that right now. So let's just see here. We're just gonna claim everything here just to get a few more of these gems here. And in the beginning, it's okay to use gems on summoning. After all, summoning heroes is some of the funniest thing in these kind of games, right? So let's do it here in live. You can see here that we have enough. I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna summon 50 here. We are guaranteed to get one legendary hero. Let's see what hero we get in the beginning here. You can see it looks like this here. And as I said in the beginning, you'll be getting a lot of new heroes. You're gonna get a lot of achievements and other stuff. So just summon, get some heroes, get some good stuff, and then just enjoy the game. Let's see what we get here. Obviously it's a new hero. It's gonna be a Seth here. This guy here is very good at shielding people and healing people, so he might be a good support hero in early game. You can see here he has a shield buff, he has some healing buff and attack buff and stuff like that. So I think it's an okay choice, to be honest, a decent hero to start with. Now you can see that the wishing pool now went up to 100, so the next one is still rebated. You are still getting a like the next hero even faster. And that is only for guarantee for beginners. Okay, so very nice here. The next one will be 150. Now we should go back and just claim all of the rewards here, see if we can get another pull. And basically what you want to do is just click all of the red dots here. There are a lot of stuff here that you just need to click. Just click everything and try to get these red dots away. That is what I like to do. You can also see here we have some stuff here and here. We can spend this one here doing 10 of these here, see if we get any luck here. Nothing. Sometimes there will be some events in the game Like this one here, the egg event here is pretty new. But we also do have some other stuff here. We can see here that once we do common stage 1210, we can get another 30 of these shards here. So that's definitely viable to just try and see if you can clear the common stage in the campaign and get these 30 extra ones to try and get another legendary hero, right? We also have this make sell event here, and there are lots of events in this game here. This event here, you just go in here, you click this button and you hope that you get lucky with something. And maybe you get some rewards, stuff like that. Just try to claim everything. And all of this here might not say anything to you, like maybe it doesn't make sense, but just go in, click it, see if you get something. If you don't, then you don't, okay? That is how it is. Click everything that's free here and just try to get that. This one here is a pay to win event. The good deal here is not really a good deal. And then we have the Nova trial thing here, where you can also do some stuff. You can see that once we clear some campaign stages, we get another points. These here, like, is very good rewards also to begin with, but just take it in your own pace and check the rewards out, okay? Now, if you really want to go for something, you can go and click on this box here and go get Macking. This is the guy that people are talking about, but you don't really need him to clear the campaign anymore. You can do it with a lot of heroes. Here you can also see that you're getting a copy of this lady here called Margarita. She is unfortunately not really good, but she's very fun in the beginning, but she also needs a lot of investment, like defense down and stuff like that, to help her do more damage. But you do get her for free here, and it looks like you're gonna get her exclusive tree. And which reminds me that we need to now talk about how heroes work. Right, so we have this thing here in the game where you have to get additional copies of heroes to actually improve them with their abilities. Unfortunately, that is one of the pay to win parts of the game. For example, if you take this hero here, now she's a not very good hero, but I'm gonna use her as an example anyways. To get more out of her, you'll need to get exclusives on her, okay? For example, here it says level 1, she's gonna get some crit damage, level 2, she's gonna do some double thing, and level 3, she's gonna do that, and then she's gonna go speed and speed, right? So you need additional copies of her. For example, this Seth guy here, he's very strong. But if I can get 3 more copies, actually 2 more copies of him, no, 3 copies, right? He can cast one of his abilities at the beginning of the battle, which is super strong, right? Because it's his big shield ability here, and he can cast it at the beginning of the battle if I have him at exclusive 3. So if I can get 3 more copies of this guy, he can cast a big shield in the beginning of the battle, which is very good, right? You want to have some shielding, you want to have some support, but you need him to have 3 extra copies. And that is not going to be easy, because there are 160 heroes in the game that you can pull, legendary heroes, so it's not easy to get the heroes that you want. So you either put money on it, or you just get lucky, right? But that is how the exclusive system works. You get more copies of a hero and you can enhance them. In this game, unfortunately, some of the heroes doesn't really become great or fantastic before they have a few copies. Now the game can feel a bit overwhelming, especially for a new player. You have a lot of stuff being thrown into your face already from the beginning of the battle or the beginning of the game. It's pretty obvious to me now. It's been a long time since I was a beginner as well, and I can clearly tell the difference here that we are getting a lot of stuff thrown into our faces, okay? A lot of information, a lot of stuff that you have to rely on. So just take it in your own slow pace and ask some questions if you have on the official Discord or something like that. There are mentors to help you. But basically, just go and do the beginner stuff here, follow the quest line, go and do all of this here to just get all of these rewards here and try to enjoy your time. Don't stress about it. There is no rush. It's a marathon, as I said, it's not a sprint. But over here you can see on the right side we have the event tab. You can click the event tab always, and there will be some kind of overview of which event is currently running here. So if you ever lose track of something, you can just click that and then go and look at it, okay? You have the beginner guile, you have all of this stuff here. Just click everything and get all the rewards and don't really think about it. Now let's see here, how many shards do we have? 43 here. So for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna see if I can buy maybe a few shards here. We can get to 61, it would not be enough, so we need to gather a bit more before we can summon the next legendary hero. Okay, so I'm going back here to the campaign. I'm just going to click the campaign and I'll just continue the campaign here. We're going to put our new hero in here because he can help us. Now you see here at Common Stage 3.1, we actually unlock the skip button, okay? And this is going to be very convenient. Now you can just see here that we don't even need to see the battles. We can just click skip here. Unfortunately, it cannot skip it manually and it cannot skip the boss stages either. Every 5th stage is a boss stage, so 2.5 and 2.10 for example is a boss stage. But we just go in here and click that one and kill the boss and then come back and do more skips, okay? The skip button is very nice in this game. That is one of the cool features. Okay, so this part here is obviously not rocket science. I'm just gonna skip it. But basically you just wanna click skip as far as you can come. And then you're just gonna go in manual, do the battles, and then come back. Another thing that is important to do is your daily quest down here. You just click the quest button and then you just follow what it says here. Always try and get this box here every day. It takes maybe 5 minutes or something like that and then you are done. And you also have a monthly advanced quest thing here that you also want to do at the end is sometimes a pretty good reward here as well. The Supreme Shard here, very, very nice. Now there is a division system in this game here and I can show you it on my main account after this here. Basically what it means is that the first 30 days you will be only playing against other people that have started on the same server as you. But then after some time you will be put into some groupings or some zones with some other accounts that might be a bit older than your account. And this is one of the both good and bad things about this game. I'm gonna explain it right now why that is. First of all, it means that you get a very smooth start. You can just take it in your own pace. You're only battling other people in like your own territory. And you don't have to worry about anyone else being too strong. But after a while, after a few months, you will be placed into like a zone with other people that might be a bit stronger than you. So it might become a bit more difficult later on in the year when you're playing. But don't worry about that. Right, so this here will be the last on the beginner account here. I'm going to show you the rest of, I think, on my endgame account just to show you because here I can see that we haven't unlocked everything. You can see here when it unlocks, right? There are a lot of stuff here that you can go through. You can see it here, it's not been unlocked yet. It says that I need to just clear campaign, whatever, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you what you should expect after you've done all of this here. Okay, so you've been playing for a few days. You've cleared some of the campaign, maybe you've cleared everything. You've started to doing some dungeons, you've gotten some gear, you might have pulled maybe 3 or 4 legendary heroes, and you're happy with your account. Now what should you do? Now this here you're seeing on the screen is my endgame account. This account is more than 3 years old, which means that I have access to everything and I have a very strong account. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the end game. What you've been seeing prior to this here is the beginning of the game. And let's just start off with where I ended the other video talking about the division system. So here is a path of the division system. You can see here that you start in the novice division, which means that if your server has been open for less than 1 month, then you're being placed with other people with also the same kind of zone, right? Then it's going to be less than 2 months, 3 to 4 months, 5 to 7 months, 8 to 12 months, 20 to 24 months, and then more than 24 months. So 2 years, okay? This here means that at least the first year or so, until you get to Ultimate Division, right? You will have a very easy time, or at least an easier time than you will have if you start on a server that is more than 2 years old. Okay, definitely, for sure. So start on the newest server. You can just chill and take the game at your own pace for the first year, even the first 2 years, because I am in this Apex division. Okay, you won't be able to compete or battle against me before your account is more than 2 years old. That means that you have 2 years to play the game, chill with the game, have fun with the game. You probably get bored before that 2 years, or you might stick around and stay if you are happy about the game. You don't know, but 2 years is a long time, okay? So you don't have to worry about anything. Just play the game at your own pace and see what you like about it, okay? Now you can see here that all of this here is now opened up here. This will be opened up once you've cleared the campaign. You will also have access to all of this stuff here. So what should you do? Now the first thing I would advise you to do is try to progress in the Gate of Nibelung. And the Gate of Nibelung in this game here is the equipment, dungeons for equipment, right? And this is what you want to do. So basically we have 6 bosses here: Ifrit, Gwyneth, Rom, Netja, Grolin and the Marios, and they drop different items. Now Ifrit dungeon here you don't have to worry about. It's bad sets. You don't need any of these items. Gwyneth you don't need to worry about either. Rom has one of the best sets in the game. It's this speed set here. Can I show it? Yes. The speed set here. This is a turn-based gacha. You want to have speed. That is how it is in turn-based gachas. You want to have more speed than your enemy. So obviously a set that gives you 10% speed is very important to try and farm. So you should focus on getting as far up as possible in the ROM here. Your first aim should be stage 30. If you get to stage 30, you have like these here, very nice items, and then I think 40 you should not go for, but at least 30 or maybe even 26 could also be good, so that you remove the 4-star gear. You want to have only 5 and 6-star gears, and then this one is going to take you a very long time, maybe a year or so. Stage 40 here, you can get only 6-star gears, okay? But the first aim should definitely be stage 30. If you can do that, you should be very happy about your account. Now, you also have some class artifacts here. There are a lot of stuff here in this game. These here are class artifacts. You have some mark artifacts. It will make sense when you play the game, okay? And then faction ones. So you have 3 kinds of different items for your heroes. You can see them down here. I'm going to show you. It's the bottom row items. So you have each of these items will drop in a specific dungeon, and you can farm them. You can try to farm them and get some good items that way. That is one thing I would advise you to do with your account. Just try and get as far up as possible, get the best gear as possible. Now, what else can you do? Because there are tons of stuff to do in this game, especially early on, where you can progress every day for very many hours. Purgatory of 7 Sins here. This is endgame content, very hard, and you can try and progress this here. It means you need a full team with these tags here: bleed, poison, HP burn, whatever, and try to get all of these done here. There are some decent rewards, but it's also very endgame and very hard. There's this ultimate trial here where you put 3 teams together, trying to get as much damage in as possible, get some rewards. Very nice as well. The dragon cliff here I would avoid. Don't spend any of your stamina on the dragon cliff. It's not worth it. Then we have the space temple. This is very nice. You get some very good rewards. You can get some good gear here, get some very good rewards. And you want to do this here, but it's going to be part of the campaign quest anyway. So just do these space temples here if you need, and go and watch my videos for guides or some of the other content creators on how to do them if you are stuck. Then we have the endless cloister here. It's also endgame, very hard to do. Try to get to stage 40, but it's going to take you maybe a year or so. Get to that, and then you can just farm that every day. The rewards are pretty bad. I'll show you here. Just going to use 10 keys here. The rewards is very bad. You don't get anything good like this here. It's just not good. So don't stress about it. It's not that important. Don't stress about it, okay? And then we have the Tower of Mark. It's just had a recent update here. Your aim should be to try and get as far up as possible. I think for a new account, maybe stage 30 here will be your first aim. Try to get to that one first, and then you can worry about the rest here. It's in-game content and very hard. Then we have the Elemental City. This is one of the things that is also doable for mid-game accounts. You get some stuff here, very nice. You can collect some heroes here, but be worried that these heroes here will take you 5 months to just maximize one of them. And that is if you can clear all of the Elemental City on hard difficulty. It's going to take you 5 months per hero. So yeah, this has taken me a few years here, and they are not very good, to be honest, compared to how long you need to farm for them. They are kind of power crap, but I think Mamelo is probably the best one to go for from your HP burn team. I would start with him. He's very good, okay? But there's also endgame content. Then we have Planner Rifts here. It's also endgame content. Try to get as high up as you can here. You also need a full team at some point, but you can start with just using your best team, but then later on you need a full team of one specific tank. And yeah, that's also endgame. And then you have the faction abyss here, where you need to use specific heroes from specific factions, obviously. Try to get as many stars as possible because you want to collect like hero. There is this hero called Agatha here. You want to get her. She is very, very nice, actually. You want to try and get her. So, but here you can only use heroes from a specific faction, right? So, for example, here I can only use heroes from Eternal Sect here. And it's also very hard, but you can just progress it slowly, okay? As I've said many times, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, this game. The Spire of Fate here is a free-to-play. It's a free-to-play content. You don't have to worry about anything here. Everything is equal. Everyone has access to the same heroes and stats and stuff like that. So this is one of the best ones for you to try and get some good rewards here, okay? And then we have the Abyssal Prism, where we do have a few stuff in it. I would highly advise you to join a good guild, someone with an active guild with some nice members and no toxicity, and then you can do all of this good stuff together with your guild. There is the Demon Conquest with a lot of bosses in it. I think maybe 24 bosses or something like that, maybe even more, that you can conquer with your guild. It's very nice. Endgame stuff also. We have the guild boss. There is like 1, 2, 3, there's 7 difficulties of guild boss. I think the first stage for you should try and get to level 5 here. If you can clear level 5, you have a very strong account, okay? But it's gonna take you a long time, maybe half a year or something before you can clear level 5. Now, there's also the Wuthering Coast. Wuthering Coast also requires you to use specific heroes with specific tags and stuff like that. It's also endgame, but try and do it and see if you can get some good rewards from that. There's also the 7 Sages of Liuli here, and I'm skipping through a lot of these stuff here because there's so much in this game. As I said, you're getting overwhelmed with information and your head is probably exploding right now about all the content that I'm showing you. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but that is how this game is. You don't have to do all of it. That is very important to remember. You don't have to do all of it. You can focus on areas that you like, that you enjoy, and just chill with that, okay? Just take it slow. Take it slow. This game is crazy amount of content because it's so old now. And yeah, just a lot of content, okay? But you can do this here. Try to get as much damage in every day of 7 Sages of the Liuli. You don't have to worry about it in early game. It's an end-game content. Now, okay, the elephant in the room is obviously, and I'm sorry if you got this far here and it hasn't struck you yet, but the game is very pay to win. The game is exceptionally pay to win, okay? We have these beasts here, and these are complements to your team, and you want to have these spirit beasts if you want to compete at endgame at least. And even early game, if in PvP at least, you want to have these pets here. Even some of the PvE content at endgame is tailored to a pet like the unicorn. So you need the unicorn pet or you need the frost spectre. And these pets here have a value of like $600 each. Okay, $600 each of these here, and you need them, you want them, and it's actually a mandatory requirement to do some of the stuff. Okay, like you can't do any of these high stages here without the pets. You can't do the like 7 Sages here and stuff like that in the end game. Okay, you also want to have exclusives on heroes because you have this like Arcane Gem system here, where you can get some Arcane Gems for your heroes, which would further improve your heroes, and those also cost a lot of money and it's very hard to get. And you want to have exclusives on heroes to get 2 free levels on that. Now you also want to have echoes for your heroes. There is an echo system. It's like a weapon system in other games. You want to have that for your heroes. You want to level it up. You want to try and get more copies of that also. Very hard to get. Then there is the old like power creep mechanic. Here is the auras. We have an aura system in the game, which is a personal thing. In most cases for heroes, they apply this here on themselves. In some cases you can apply it to other heroes like this one here, it can heal the allies. But yeah, it's just another pay to win mechanic here. Then we have the blessings. You also need some blessings to give your characters extra stats. And this will also cost you a lot of money because, as I said in the cloister one here, we don't really get lucky. So you want to probably buy this instead. And get this stuff here, you can get extra speed and HP and stuff like that. That is some of the pay to win elements in the game. And definitely something you need if you want to stay competitive at endgame, okay? But I think overall the game is very nice. As I said, there is tons of information, and I'm sorry if I'm bombarding you with all of this stuff here. Now, another thing is the sanctuary here. Every time you have a hero with 5 exclusives, or actually just at E5, you just need to get it to level 150, okay? Or A5. You can put them into this sanctuary here. You can see all of my heroes here, put them in. And it will give you some passive stats here for your account. It's very nice. You can see how many passive stats that I've gotten here by having it maxed. It's a lot of extra stats, okay? You want to have that. You need that to stay competitive. There's also the talent trees. You get more passive stats here by playing the game, and this is why it's very important for you to do some PvP, because you get these books here only from PvP, and then you can put them into this one here, and you can get more speed on your heroes and other stats. It's very important to do that, okay? But I honestly think that the game is very fun. Otherwise, I would not have been playing it for 3 years. I think it is free-to-play friendly, especially in the beginning. But I do not think that you can stay competitive without spending money. That is not a possibility, okay? The people that say that they are competitive by being free to play, they are the same people that have maybe gotten access to an account that has been spent a lot of money on, and then they kind of got it because they got it handed over to them. And then they're like, well, I'm free to play, I'm competitive. Yes, but you started out with an account very strong. Alright, excuse me. So, yes, the game is very nice, the game is very fun. And there are free to play elements in it. There are also pay to win elements. You won't have to worry about anything the first 2 years. After that, well, if you get bored within the first 2 years, then at least you'll know, right? So I think I'm gonna end the video here, because as I said, there are tons of stuff to take in, and we might have to break it down into smaller segments, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure that your head is bombarded right now. You're thinking about, whoa, that's a lot of information. Do I even want to play this game here? I can tell you this game is very fun, and it is worth playing. It is very fun, easy to play. It might sound like there is a lot of stuff here going around, but it's also, there is a skip button for most things in the game, okay? There's a skip button for most of the things, so you don't have to use a lot of time on it. There is just a lot of stuff to do. For example, I can click here, I can click this button here, and it's already done the battle. Okay, so time-wise, it's not as like huge as some other games. You don't have to like live in the game 24/7. You can just click stuff and then be done in 15 minutes or so. But especially early game, you will be using a lot of time trying to progress the game and the account. But that is the fun part, right? Progressing slowly in the beginning. My endgame account here, I'm stuck everywhere, okay? I've cleared everything here, and the rest I'm just stuck in. I can't really get any further without spending like a ton of money, like thousands of dollars, if I want to try and get further than what I am at the moment, right? So I'm just stuck and I'm just sitting here. The fun part of the game is definitely the first year or so, where you're just chilling and playing and progressing, and everything you get is an improvement for your account, and that is the fun part, okay? So would I advise you to play this game? Yes, I would, but I would also advise you to stay cautious that the game becomes pay to win very fast, and yeah, you just need to be considerate about that. But if you don't have a problem spending some money on the game, you will have an even more fun time, and yeah, that's just how it is, okay? So thank you for watching this video here. As I said, I'm gonna end it here because it's almost 45 minutes long, which is a lot of time. So thank you if you're still sticking around here after all of this, and I hope you have a nice day, and welcome to the game if you're a new player. And otherwise, feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.